So I came to Nimea Kaya for some health reasons, physical and mental, emotional, and it's stuff that had been bothering me for quite a long time and caused me a lot of grief, a lot of stress. And I had tried so many other things before I came here. I think a lot of people end up in that same pattern. And immediately when I came here, I just felt so welcomed by all the staff, and so they were so helpful and everything from offering to take your bags and just the general greeting that you got at the beginning. I mean, it was such a warm welcome. I mean, you're not used to that at most places. It's just hello, but there was hugs and everybody introduced themselves and they were smiling, and it was just such a good experience from the get-go. And I can honestly say that this week has been life-changing for me. I feel like, I've only been here for a week, and I feel like so much has happened. It's been 2 months in a good way. I learned so much from not only the medicine this week, but the staff. Just how just the companionship and the confidence that everybody showed in offering support to everybody. It was really amazing to see. It's something I'm not used to seeing every day, and the ceremonies were if anybody has any doubts about energy healing and shamanism, the only way I can say is to just come here. If you come here just to prove your doubts, or to try and prove your doubts, you will walk away with an experience that changes the way you look at everything. The shamans were absolutely amazing, so humble. I've never seen it's amazing to see such power in people, but such humbleness and gentle, such a kind soul. When you look at them, it's just, you just see kindness and love and compassion and no judgment, and just all around. Everybody's here has been so wonderful. Like it was more than just the medicine that caused healing for me, or that was healing for me. Like I said, it just the total environment, the total experience here was so wonderful. And the ceremonies again were everybody's all happy and we joke around, but once the ceremony comes, the mood kind of changes a bit. It's not necessarily serious, but it's very it's focused, and it's the mood changes to get everybody to know that this is why you're here. As much as we talk and we joke around during the day, you're here for a reason, to heal, to help heal, to help understand more fully your life. And the ceremonies were amazing for me. The first one I was a little difficult for me, and it was I felt like I was getting used to the medicine. The second one was very, very intense for me. I had a very intense purge. As awful as it was, it's so good to do that. It feels so good to it's confirmation that something is coming out of you that is not supposed to be there. Something that was making you ill is coming out of you, and it's the one. You might not have to know what it is. The medicine knows what to do, right, to take out of it. And I just had an amazing. The songs that the shamans sang were. When you're on the medicine, it's just, you just get lost in them, and the power behind the songs were just. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before. And I actually had a kind of a difficult day after the second ceremony. Physically, I didn't feel good. I was still kind of purging from the night before, and I understood that. I wasn't nervous, and when you come here, I think it's important to understand that it's not easy. It's only a week, but you put so much work in during that week that like I'm exhausted right now, and again in a good way. And I mean, the physical part, you just have to understand that you're gonna feel the effects, and sometimes it's gonna make you feel worn out and drained. But the important thing is by the end of the week, I mean, I was frustrated a little bit how I was feeling, but by the end of the week, you really get what you needed. It's almost like the medicine knows, like, you're only here for 4 ceremonies, and you know, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do as much as we can in those 4 ceremonies, and you know, it might be tough at first. Everybody's experience was different. That was the one thing I learned. You can't come with expectations, because they're gonna get shattered. And the best thing to do is just come with an open mind and know that what's going on is really helping you to see. It's one thing to read about people healing in magazines, or sorry, you know, on the internet, or watching videos, you know, secondhand. But to be in an environment where people are healing from wounds that, I mean, are deeper than mine, I would think, and to watch that happen right in front of your face over the course of 2 days is something else entirely. It just gives you so much confirmation of what this medicine is. It's amazing. Again, the staff was so supportive. If anybody is afraid of taking a medicine like this because of the stigma behind psychedelic components, I mean, there's no safer environment than here. You're surrounded by 10 people who have nothing more to offer than their care and support for you while they're here, and it's just, not once did I feel unsafe, not once did I feel unsupported. You felt like you could talk to them about anything. I opened up this week, and so did everybody else, and I think we all told stories that I think some of our closest friends and family might not hear. And I said it in the integration. I mean, I really felt like this was a family. This was like, I just, everybody felt, I felt like one with everybody, and it was again, such a life-changing experience. And the work, for me anyways, is just beginning now. Like, I feel healed from the last ceremony. I've never felt so light, and so my physical condition is not completely healed, but I know that the work is just beginning. In my mind, I am healed. It's just the process of, it's going to take time, because a lot of them were habits that I had, and you know, a lot of it had to do with self-love, and I had a lot of guilt and shame and self-hatred for myself, and that's not necessary. It wasn't meant for me to get rid of that overnight. It's something that I'm supposed to work on, and I think that's a good thing, because then you're consciously taking what the medicine gave you and incorporating it into your everyday life. And the one thing I think that's going to happen is when you come back a changed person, I mean, the people around you are going to see what kind of effects that it's had on you. The food was amazing. I looked forward to every meal. It was so good. There's plenty. It wasn't like, you know, oh, you get a 1-plate meal. There was enough to have 4 plates if you wanted to. Just, again, you're so well taken care of. It's amazing that I had to come from Canada to the Amazon, however many miles that is, just to feel the support that, you know, and it's amazing how simple the concepts are, and we oftentimes complicate it in everyday life, that, you know, we can't be like that, you know, things have to be this way, the way that it is, and then you come here and it's like, no, it doesn't. It's so simple. It's a group of people coming together who all want the same thing, and I don't think I'm done with the medicine. I plan on coming back. I'm not sure when, and I'll have the calling when it comes. But from what I've learned this week, again, not only from the ceremonies and from the staff members. I mean, I had such support from Lasha and Danny, Frank, Zelda, everybody. Muhammad. I'm sure I'm missing people, but yeah, I felt, you know, I felt like I knew everybody here for 5 years, 10 years, and it's just sometimes you forget that it's, like I said, it's that easy to just form a relationship with people because everybody was so open here. And not only that, the facilitators and yourself and Casey, you guys obviously had your own journey that brought you here, and so you guys know what we're all going through. So it's not like you're sitting on the outside. You were there, and that's why you guys had this place in the first place. And it's just such a beautiful place too. The amount of nature and animals that I've seen around here, and I'm not really, I mean, there's a lot of bugs, but I mean, if you can get used to that. I was never a camper or anything like that, but I had no problem here. It's, I mean, you're so busy focusing and taking in what everything is coming, or what's coming to you anyways, so I don't focus on it. I made friends for life here, for sure. People I'm going to keep in touch with for a long time, and I know that. And it's also not only that, but people that I care about their story as well, and I hope that they continued taking what the medicine gave them as well back home, because I think it's really needed. What's going on here? People need to see what's going on here. People need to see that what they're told a lot about psychedelics and places like this, that there really is healing happening, and it's like it's faster, and it's more profound than anything I've ever seen before. I mean, there was 11 of us this week, and every single person had a positive experience. Not one person was like, "Oh, I wish I didn't come." Everybody here was like, "This is life changing," and like, where do you hear that anywhere? You don't hear that very often. Something like that is a very special place to be, and I mean, like I said, I could talk about what I've learned here for hours, and I know I'm going to be a better person to the people that I care about back home, and not only that, going to be a better person for myself, because that was why I came here, to heal physically, but healing physically requires me to look deep inside it, and again take. And some of the lessons were tough. I mean, the first ceremony was me crying for the first half an hour, because I realized I hated myself for so long, and that I've never really shown myself any kind of affection, or I've looked down on myself for a long time, and I think it's because I've done that for so long, it's been causing this physical illness, you learn these lessons, and then you purge out these energies, and and so informative. You learn so much about how the energies work. The documentary about how of Icaros, what their purpose is. I mean, it's very informative, because some people just think it might be a song, right? But they don't understand that the history of the medicine. And I think it's important that people, because the more you understand about something like that, the less afraid you're going to be, the more knowledgeable you're going to be about what it is, and you're going to be able to tell other people about it, and not have that I don't know type thing. And it's just, like I said, the knowledge you guys all have, I mean, is amazing. It's astounding. I mean, I just keep using adjectives to describe it. I'm so happy that I came here. The events we had, like even the boat trip, the art fair was, I mean, I bought so many nice things to bring home, people I care about that I want to give to, also things for myself, and it felt really good to give back to the community. And just what you guys are doing here is just amazing. The way you guys are helping people who otherwise are kind of being pushed out, and just, this is such a joyful place. I mean, for how much people come here because they're sick and depressed, you don't feel that here. It's not like, there's no white walls with fluorescent lights and boring, and people coming in judging you, and it's just a group of people who want to help people feel better. I mean, and with something that works, and to me, like, that's amazing. And I have so much respect for both of you that I hope I can take everything back home and not stop. Like, I hope that the rush that I feel and the motivation that I feel just picks up every day, because just seeing something like this and seeing that it's possible to actually build something like this is just gives me so much hope for my life when I go back, that, you know, my hopes and dreams really are possible. And again, that was something I learned in ceremony, you know, that all that self-doubt you had, it's pointless. It's so pointless. I mean, if you don't trust yourself and you don't trust your life and the messages that you have, you're paralyzed. You can't do anything, because you end up, every decision you make, you don't trust it. And then you go back and you second guess it. And that's something that I've been battling with for a long time, but I don't feel that way anymore. I mean, I literally, after the fourth ceremony, I literally didn't feel sick anymore. And it was the first time that it didn't matter that, you know, physically the condition is still there. It's gotten so much better over this past, like, it got worse, like I said, for the first couple days, but I think it was just the medicine pushing it all out. And like, I feel so much better now. And I know that when I go home, that, yeah, everything I learned here, I'm just going to take it and incorporate it as much as I can, and make as many positive changes, because it's just such a wonderful thing.